Hello students, welcome to the online classes of Milestone Academy. Let's continue from where we left in the previous class. Let's start with the concept of latent heat of fusion. The amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of solid to liquid at its melting point is called latent heat of fusion. That means if we are willing to convert 1 kg of solid into liquid in its melting point, then there will be some amount of heat energy required. So that heat energy which is required is called as latent heat of fusion. So जितना हीट हमें लगता है 1 kg ऑफ सॉलिड को लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए उस मेल्टिंग पॉइंट पे, दैट्स कॉल्ड लेटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्यूजन. द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज लेटेंट हीट ऑफ वेपोराइजेशन. इट इज द हीट एनर्जी required to change 1 kg of liquid to the gas at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. That means again when you have to convert 1 kg of liquid to gas at its boiling point, there will be a heat energy required. So that kind of heat energy is called as latent heat of vaporization. 1 kg of liquid को गैस में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए जितना हीट एनर्जी लगता है उस हीट एनर्जी को हम बोलते हैं latent heat of vaporization. Hope this concept is clear. So let's move on to the next concept. For determining the temperature, there are two particular units, that is Celsius and Kelvin. Also there is Fahrenheit, but here we will deal with Celsius and Kelvin. Okay, so what is the relation between this Celsius and Kelvin temperature? Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius temperature plus 273. That means if you are adding 273 to the degree Celsius temperature, you will get the temperature in Kelvin. And Kelvin is the unit of temperature that is in SI unit. Okay, so Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. You can see one example in which 300 Kelvin is there, and I have converted it into Celsius by subtracting it with 273, and we have got the answer is equal to 27 degree Celsius. We must also know that evaporation also helps in cooling. Let me explain you with some instances. Now here is a question arises that why should we wear always cotton cloths in summer? Now what happens is during summer we perspire more. पसीना बहुत ज़्यादा आता है. We have sweat a lot of in our body. Now what happens is we know that during evaporation the particles at the surface of the liquid gain energy from the surroundings or body and changes into vapor. So this heat energy, which is equal to the latent heat of vaporization, is absorbed from our body. Now since the heat energy from our body is absorbed, our body becomes cool, and cotton, which is a very good absorber of water, helps in absorbing a sweat and exposing it to the atmosphere, and in this way evaporation keeps our body cool. And we can conclude that the evaporation mechanism also helps in keeping the body cool. Now we might have observed that we see water droplets on the outer surface of the glass containing ice cold water. Okay, जब भी हम फ्रिज से कोई बॉटल निकालते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि थोड़ी देर बाद उसमें ड्रॉपलेट्स आ जाते हैं. Why does it happen? Now generally what happens is the water vapor present in the air, it comes in contact with the cold glass of water. So when it comes in contact, the water vapor changes into liquid, and now that liquid which is around the water drop around the bottle as in the form of water droplets can be seen. So in this particular concept we can see that gases are getting converted into liquid. What happens is the cold glass of water makes air loses its energy and gets converted into liquid state, which we see as water droplets. Okay, so in this way we can say that evaporation also helps in cooling. Okay, with this particular topic we have completed chapter 1, and hope this particular chapter is completely clear to you. You will be having you will be given assignments based on that, and you are instructed to solve it carefully. Okay, Thank you so much, students.